Hare Rama Krishna Is everyone can hear? Prabhuji sound Hare Krishna. Now it's better.
Hare Krishna.
Walks on that.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Welcome everyone. Such a wonderful evening. Let's loudly chant Hare Krishna mantra and welcome Prabhuji. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Now you can see the conviction, Prabhu. Prabhuji does not need any introduction, but again for my own purification. And in case anyone is coming first time to the program, Prabhuji is a disciple of His Holiness Radha Govinda Gosvami Maharaj. He is a very, very senior, very exalted acharya in our community. He has changed the life of hundreds and thousands of people. So Prabhuji took Diksha from Maharaj, and Prabhuji born in a devotee family. And practically as soon as he starts speaking, he is chanting from that time. And as soon as he starts reading, he is studying scripture from that time. So even though he is so young, but if you see, he is chanting and studying Shastra for more than 2 decades. And I think 5-6 years back, Prabhuji, following the footsteps of Maharaj, started traveling and glorifying Shri Radha and Krishna. Prabhuji now travel almost all the countries and all the major cities of the world. Mostly Prabhuji scheduled his book 2 years in advance. So we are trying for last 2 years, begging Prabhuji, please come, please come. And he also wanted to come, but he's so busy. Everyone wants to call him, invite him. So it's difficult for him also. But I hope that Prabhuji now visits us every year, at least, if possible, twice a year. And so
he promised.
Promise. She can hear, but you even didn't say, So, and also Prabhuji is double masters, both from the technical and from management side. So if anyone has any question like, how to balance family, how to balance material and spiritual life kind of questions, he's the best person to answer that. And once again, I welcome you, Prabhu. We are so excited, so happy. Everyone was asking about you, and we are so fortunate to have your association, Prabhu. Thank you. Let's loudly chant once again 3 times Hari Bol, and Prabhu should feel that conviction of coming 2 times. 1 is confirmed. So. Hari Bol!
Hare Krishna. So before we begin, big round of applause for our Kartal and Mridanga players for the Kirtan. Because the Gaurarti says, Madhura Mridanga Bhaje Parama Rasana. Kirtan becomes sweet only when the Mridanga is sweet. So, very beautiful. Yeah, now the sound is very nice. Thank you, Mohan Chaitanya Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Is everyone able to hear? Okay. Is it clear on the other side as well? Okay. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Ajnanatimmirandhasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपकदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं वैराग्ययुक् भक्तिरसं प्रयत्नैर् अपाययन्माम् अनभिप्सुमन्धं कृपाम्बुदीय परदुःखदुःखे सनातनं तं प्रभुमाश्रयामि। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। Hare Krishna. So it's actually my honor and privilege to finally be here. I have to pinch myself. Yes, I am here. Thank you all for very lovingly, affectionately, kindly, patiently having me here. I know we have had a few cancelled visits in the past. Twice? Thrice? Many times? You stopped counting? At least a few times. But please forgive me. It's not that I was cancelling them frivolously. Sometimes it does happen that tickets are booked, flights are booked from city to city, and then in a certain city, a very exalted devotee will arrive. Some Prabhupada disciple will arrive, some sannyasi will arrive. So naturally my program there would get cancelled. So then that will, in return, have a change in so many other plans. So I promise you, crossing my heart, that I didn't frivolously cancel the previous visits because of some passionate or compassionate reasons. It was just unavoidable. But Radha Madhav Hari has been very, very kind and merciful in this wonderful dham. Actually, this is like a desert, very hot outside. But Radha Madhav Hari is the only oasis in this desert-like heat. But however, in that water pond, in the desert-like heat, are swimming so many wonderful fishes. So thank you all for giving me shelter in that water pond amidst the heat of Arizona. Vancha kalpataru. So before I begin, I want to first of all prostrate myself at the lotus feet of my most beloved, revered spiritual master, Om Vishnu Padashtodara Shatashri Srimad Srila Radha Govinda Das Gosvami Maharaj. I want to offer my obeisances at the lotus feet of all the wonderful, exalted disciples of Srila Prabhupada who are walking on this planet Earth in their ripe old age, giving Krishna consciousness with so much compassion and mercy to all of us. I bow down at the lotus feet millions and millions of times of His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada, who at the age of 70 decided to start a mission which is continuing for more than 50 years even after his arrival. I bow down at the lotus feet of all the exalted Brahma, Madhva, Gaudiya, Rupanuga Acharyas in our glorious parampara, who have carried the baton, the torchlight of Krishna Bhakti from one generation to another and made it available to all of us in this present moment. I bow down at the lotus feet of Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who very lovingly, very kindly decided to come in this world and bless all of us with Vraja Bhakti. Shri Sachinandan Gaura Hari Ki Jai. The Vishnu Sahasranam, the 1,000 names of Vishnu, are very celebrated. For those who are South Indians, you are almost hearing M.S. Subbalakshmi play in your ear. As soon as I say Vishnu Sahasranam or Venkateshwara Suprabhatam, Any Andhrites here, you will have ecstatic symptoms. Because now we're getting close to Tirupati. In the Vishnu Sahasranam, Sri Mahavishnu has been described so beautifully. Sa Shanka Chakram Sakirita Kundalam Sapita Vastram Sarasiruhe Kshanam Sahara Vakshasthala Shobhikaustubham Namami Vishnum Shirasa Chaturbhujam. How is he described? Sir Shanka Chakram. What is he holding? Not an iPhone. He's not holding an iPhone. His devotees are holding iPhone, unfortunately. All day long. Imagine if we were demigods and there were temples for us. It'll be interesting. They'll have verses describing, oh, he whose weapons are the iPhone and the charger. And he who opens his third eye when he doesn't find the charger. But Vishnu doesn't hold an iPhone. Sir Shanka Chakram, he has a Shanka, a Chakra. And Sir Kirita Kundalam, he has very beautiful, wonderful crown and very wonderful necklace and armlets and wrist belts and kundalam, nice earrings. And Sir Pita Vastram, he's having nice lightning-like, very beautiful, golden, effulgent dhoti. And Sarasiru Hekshanam, he has eyes like lotus petals. Why lotus petals? Because they're pink, they're very soft, they're always moist with water, dewdrops, because they're always looking at the devotees and they have compassion. And at the same time, lotus means, even if it is in a muddy pool, it is always afloat. Which means Vishnu, even if he is looking at a situation filled with problems, he's always afloat. His vision is always different. Lotus. Lotus also means Lakshmi Devi. Lotus also means prosperity. Lotus also means happiness and fulfillment. Therefore, wherever Vishnu glances, it's called as Amrita Varshini. He creates this universe by his glance. In the Taittiriya Upanishad, this question is asked, how did this world begin? Seems like a question for the physicists. How did this world begin? And the sages answer, Sa Aikshata. Vishnu glanced. Period. Next question. Satisfied. Oh, if he's glancing, there must be creation. Vishnu glances and he creates. Also, he can destroy by his glance. You see, when Krishna went on the banks of the Jamuna, during the presence of Kaliya, the very poisonous serpent, the whole water of Jamuna had become poisonous. So Krishna's friends went there and they drank little water. And what happened? They fell unconscious. Krishna did not go next to them and, please get up. He didn't do this. The Krishna book describes Krishna from a distance saw his friends unconscious and just glanced. And by glancing, he destroyed their poison. So Mahavishnu can create the universe by Amrita Varshini, Drishtipata. He can destroy poison by Drishtipata. But between creation and destruction is maintenance. So Vishnu also maintains the whole creation by his glance. How? The two eyes of Vishnu are sun and the moon. Ya chakshur esha savita sakala grahanam raja samasta suramurti rashesha teja yasyajnaya bhramati sambrita kala chakro govindam adi purusham tamaham bhajami. The sun and the moon are his eyes. What does that mean? The sun is setting and the moon is rising. The moon is setting and the sun is rising. So he goes like this. So no one can miss his glance. He never goes like this. He's always blinking. He's winking his eyes on his devotees. Sun is setting and the moon is rising. So whether it is creation or maintenance or destruction, he does it through his eyes. The sun and the moon are the cause for maintenance for all of us. If not for the sun, life will perish. We have all our plans, we have all of our softwares, we have all of our technological developments. But all of that will be to ashes if the sun doesn't rise. All the nourishment, the taste in the crops come because of the moonbeams. So if not for the sun and the moon, life will end. So Vishnu creates this universe through his glance. destroys poison as Krishna, you see in the body of his friends through glance, and in the middle maintains through his glance. So therefore the glancing of the Supreme Lord is a gift. Therefore, next time when you go to the temple of Sri Sri Radha Madhav Hari, go and stand there in front of his glance. Oh my Lord, till now I used to come to see you thinking that I am the seer and you are the seen. But now I understand I am actually the seen and you are the seer. Is this understandable? He is the seer. We go there dressing very well so that he can glance on us. But what do? We go to these temples, we offer our obeisances and move very quickly as if these are the motions of a devotee. We don't stay there. We don't pause and say, Krishna, here I am. Please glance on me. If Krishna can create, Vishnu can create through his glance, can he create bhakti in our heart through his glance? If he can destroy poison through his glance, can't he destroy anger, lust, greed, pride, envy, jealousy through his glance? And if he can maintain the whole creation through his glance, can't he maintain our devotional spirit and our wonderful Vaishnava qualities through his glance? He can. But however, we don't tap into these qualities of the Lord because we think it's after all some marble. After all some marble. Charanamrit, after all some water. Vrindavan, after all Uttar Pradesh. Guru, after all, human being. Bhagavad Gita, after all, some pages put together. We don't have faith on anything. But for those who have stood in front of Krishna as the deity, their hearts have got churned by his glance. So this is Vishnu. Everything about him is nectarian. And it becomes interesting when he decides to deal with his devotees in this way. This Mahavishnu came in a very beautiful form. A form that was never seen before. But he didn't come that for anyone. He came that for a 5-year-old child called Pralad. Thousands and thousands of us sit and chant together in a yatra, in a kirtan mela, in a big festival. When do we see Krishna appear in front of us that we can perceive with our eyes? We don't. But for a 5-year-old child, the Supreme Lord appeared. And it's not that that 5-year-old child caught in all the media and gained some popularity. He didn't do that. He didn't bring some social media presence and some protest against Hiranyakashipu. Sign up campaign against Hiranyakashipu. Step down Hiranyakashipu, There was no campaign like that. Hashtag. Hashtag too much. Hashtag terror HKP. He didn't do anything like that. Change.org. Go fund me. I'm struggling, go fund me. None of that. It was a very peaceful affair. In the 7th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, there is not a single mention where Pralad Maharaj says, my Lord, I've been chanting your holy names. Are you even there? Where are you? Whenever I call you, it's loading, please wait. Network busy. No complaint. He never, not once, says in the pages of the Bhagavatam, why do bad things happen to good people like me? All of us are sitting on the lap of fortune, and still we have a paper cut, and we go around complaining, I started chanting Hare Krishna, I got a paper cut. Before, I didn't have a paper cut. But imagine, this is serious business now. Think about the person you love the most. If they don't love you, that's one thing. But the person you love the most hates you like no one else. That's another thing altogether. And the only agenda in his life is to see you killed, to see you dead. Pralad was tossed in fire. Now that's a big thing. When we go to the temple and the arti goes around, just try taking the arti from the height. Still sometimes it hurts. What to speak of the person who's carrying the arati for some time? He puts it on a plate and he carries, so that his head doesn't burn. Here Pralad is tossed into fire. And he had no way to escape. Hiranyakashipu's sister Holika was holding him. That may you die, you child, 5-year-old kid. You're like a demon. But he escaped out of fire. He was administered poison. It's an interesting mention in the Narasimha Puran. Hiranyakashipu tried his best. He tossed Pralad from the top of the cliff. They took Pralad on the top of the cliff and looked at him and said, now say, who is the protector? He said, it's Vishnu. Do you see the depth? If you're thrown from here, even your body won't be found. Pralad said, it's still Vishnu. He was thrown from the top. Pralad came down. And he didn't panic. That, I thought it was Vishnu. Now I can't go up, I can't go down. I think Hiranyakashipu was better. It's described, even when Pralad was sinking down, he was just close to hitting the floor. Even at this point, Pralad did not have a doubt whether the Supreme Lord, whether or not will protect him. At this point, he was just a few inches away. And he was still thinking, yes, I know for sure he's going to protect me. How he's going to protect me, that's his headache. It's not mine. It's his headache. When the Supreme Lord saw this is the level of unflinching faith a devotee can have, he placed his hand, said, this is breaking my heart. The Supreme Lord tested Pralad. Hiranyakashipu pushed Pralad in a pit of poisonous snakes. And the snakes looked at him. And Pralad Maharaj said, oh dear family members of Anantadev, you are all family members of Anantashesh. How fortunate you are. You have you have Sarupya Mukti. You have the same form as the Supreme Lord. Unfortunately, I am stuck in a human form. All glories to your form. And the snakes were baffled. What is happening? There was a personality disorder syndrome. What is happening? They forgot their duty. In tantric rites, this is called as Uchchatanatva mantra. Uchchatanatva mantra means the person forgets his duties. Like in ancient villages, if the person has an envious competitor, he sends him a tantric performer who will chant a Uchchatanatva mantra. And by chanting that Uchchatanatva mantra, the person forgets his duties. He becomes completely useless in this world. So when Pralad was there, his words were like Uchchatanatva mantra for the snakes. They forgot their duties. What are we supposed to do? What are we supposed to do to him? The snakes looked at each other and they said, Shastra describes when you forget your duties, you should offer obeisances to your superior. They all offered obeisances. Pralad Maharaj chanted Guru mantra in their ear and made them initiated. Elephants were induced. There was a stampede of intoxicated mad elephants and Pralad was thrown at their feet. Pralad escaped. He was attacked with very, very powerful, very deadly, very sharp weapons. None of that worked because he was constantly chanting the holy name. If you constantly chant the holy name, no point. There is no struggle in this world. And this is proven by Lord Shiva. Everyone knows that when the churning of the milk ocean took place, which is called as the famous Samudra Manthan Lila. Everyone has heard of that pastime? Where there was churning of the milk ocean. And the first thing that came out was poison. And everyone backed off. They said, we can't take care of this. They went to Lord Shiva and Lord Shiva came and drank the poison. Now the Acharyas comment here. What made Lord Shiva competent enough to drink that poison while others refused? In Sanskrit, poison is called as Visha. What is it called as? Visha. And to put things to rest and put them at an equilibrium situation is called as Vishram. What is it called? Vishram. So what they had was Visha, which is poison. And what they wanted was Vishram, situation under peace. So if you want Vishram and you have Vish, what do you have to add? Ram. So they went around seeing who's the person who's chanting Ram the most. And it was Mahadev. Shri Rama Rama Rameti Rame Rame Manorame Sahasranama Tattulyam Rama Nama Varanane. Lord Shiva chanted Ram, 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 Ram. And what entered his mouth was Visha. What exited his mouth was Ram. So at the point of meeting, Visha plus Ram became Vishram. So what it means is that this world is also like a churning of the milk ocean. There's constant anxiety around us. We're all searching for the nectar which is in the middle of the ocean of this world. But what all of us experience is poisonous circumstance around. Now, if we don't chant enough Ram, what's going to happen is we're going to be affected by that poison. But if we chant so much more Ram than the poison, then we'll be peaceful. So therefore, the secret of all success is to constantly chant Krishna's holy name. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare. Pralad was constantly chanting. He was thrown at the pit, he was chanting. He was thrown at the stampede, he was chanting. He was attacked with weapons, he was chanting. He was tossed into fire, he was chanting. He was kicked from the top of the cliff, he was chanting. When nothing worked, the father went to the mother. Hiranyakashipu went to Kayadu and said, there's something that I want you to do, which I'm not able to do. She said, what is it? I want you to kill Pralad. Now everyone knows. No one can kill anyone. No sane person can kill anyone. Especially no parent can kill their own child. You have to be very demoniac. And among the two, even if the father goes crazy, the mother can never kill the child. Kayadu looked and she cried like this. She was constantly crying like this. She said, I cannot kill my child. Hiranyakashipu said, why you can't kill? So because I'm the mother. Hiranyakashipu said, you're his mother second. You're my wife first. I want you to murder him. She said, how am I supposed to do it? He said, just make kheer, nice sweet rice for him, and mix poison and give it to him. Kayadu made sweet rice, mixed it with poison and said, Pralad, I have made some sweet for you. Please come and take this sweet rice. It's very nice for you. I have made it with a lot of love. Please take this. If you don't take this, I will drink this. Pralad came running. Oh, my mother has made sweet rice. It's white in color. And he looked inside. He looked and he saw the milk ocean where Vishnu was sleeping. And Vishnu looked at Pralad and said, why fear when I am here? Drink. Pralad drank. His devotion multiplied. He started dancing. And he started distributing it to everyone, all his friends, and they were all erupting in ecstasy. Hiranyakashipu went wild. He went wild. And you know the story. When finally cut to the chase, when he asked his son, where are you getting the strength from? You're just 5 years old. Oh, father, I'm getting the strength from the same place you're getting your strength from. It's not some secret. It's the same electricity. I'm using it. I'm using the hot. I'm using it to go from hot to cold, and you taking it to go from cold to hot. You see the same electricity. You can have an air conditioner, which can cool down things, or you can have a heater, which can heat up the things. It's the same electricity. Similarly, it's same Krishna Shakti, which you're using to turn your face against Krishna, and I'm using that same energy to turn towards him. Oh, Father, please. Hiranyakashipu said, you have the audacity to speak to me like this? Even Indra trembles. Chandra and Surya are cutting vegetables in my kitchen. And you have the audacity to speak like this to me. What have you learned? And Pralad said, the best thing I have learned is, Father, you are in a pathetic situation. You are really struggling because you think you know a lot, but you don't know anything. Therefore, the best solution to your problem is give up all your envy against Vishnu, run to the forest, worship Sri Hare, and never return. Hiranyakashipu went wild, and after repeated attempts of trying to counsel his child, at one point he said, I really want to see your Vishnu. Seems like you're getting a lot from him. Can I know where I can find him? Pralad said, now you're speaking some sense. You really want to know where he is. Now, this is the start of human civilization. Where is Vishnu? Oh, well, Vishnu is present everywhere. Where do you want to find him? What do you mean everywhere? I'm present only in one place. It can be only in one place. Pralad said, that's the difference between you and Vishnu. You're present in one place, but Vishnu is present everywhere, including the place where you are present. Hiranyakashipu gets wild and he hits. I hope there's no problem. I hope that's fine. He hits Hiranyakashipu, hits the pillar and said, what about this pillar? Vishnu's present everywhere. What about this pillar? Pralad looked at the pillar, and inside the pillar he saw Narasimha warming up. Pralad looked at him. Narasimha looked at Pralad and winked and said, ready. Pralad looked at Hiranyakashipu and said, he's there. Hiranyakashipu said, really? And he took his club and he hit the pillar. And as he hit the pillar, there was an explosion. And as the pillar cracked, it's described, the world saw something that had never been seen ever before. As he appeared, as Narasimha appeared, his helmet was touching the abode of Brahma. His feet was situated in Patal. In the middle was this gigantic form with 16 hands holding weapons, roaring like a ferocious, hungry lion who had not eaten for ages. With his golden mane, with his sharp, snake-like tongue wiping his face, ready for the kill. And the Shastras describe when he appeared, it was ferocious. Bhukhandam varanandam paravara viratam dampa damporu dampam dhim 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 dahamapi dahamai jhampa jhampaishcha jhampaihi tulyas tulyas tutulya dhuma dhuma dhumakai kumkumankai kumankai etatte purna yuktam arahara haraha patumam narasimham. He appeared making all these sounds. And the Narasimha Kavacha describes, he was roaring. Garajantam, garjayantam, nija bhuja patalam, spotayantam, hatantam, rupyantam, tapayantam, divi bhuvi ditijam, kshepayantam, kshipantam, krandantam, roshayantam, dishi dishi satatam, samharantam, bharantam, vikshantam, purnayantam, karanikara, shatair divya simham namami. Transcendental lion appeared. And at that time, Shukadev Goswami describes 330 million demigods were trembling in happiness. There were tears coming down their eyes to witness the end of Hiranyakashipu. By the way, point to be noted, Narasimha came before time. The scheduled time was dusk, he came at 12 o'clock in the afternoon. Why? Because the Lord doesn't just come and perform his pastime. He comes, plays around, does some work, has some enjoyment, frolics around. For about 6 hours between 12 o'clock in the afternoon and 6 o'clock in the evening, he was playing with Hiranyakashipu. He would hold Hiranyakashipu, look at him, run. And Hiranyakashipu would run and then... And every time he was left, Hiranyakashipu would think, no one, I knew you can't hold me. You can't hold me. I know that. You're afraid of me. And Narasimha would go, fear. Really. Played around for some time. Shukadev Goswami describes, why did the Lord come? Satyam vidhatum nijabhritya bhashitam vyaptim cha bhuteshu akhileshu chatmanaha adrishtatatyad bhutarupamudvahan sthambe sabhayam na mrigam na manusham. Why did he come? Satyam vidhatum, just to make something come true. What? Nija bhritya bhashitam. Just to make the words of his dear devotee, Pralad, true, he appeared. Bas. Why did he come in this form? To make the words of Brahma come true. Bas. So with one stone of his form, he hit two birds. Brahma's benediction and Pralad's prediction. And he came in a form which was never seen before. He came sthambe. He came from a pillar. Sabhayam, in an assembly. How did he come? Na mrigam, na manusham. He was neither a man nor an animal. The interesting thing is the word stamba in Sanskrit also means pride. Narasimha could have broken anything. But he broke Hiranyakashipu's stamba. Understand? Everyone paying attention? Yes. The word stamba means pillar, but stamba also means pride. So Hiranyakashipu's stamba was broken by Narasimhadev, which means Hiranyakashipu's pillar was broken by Narasimhadev. Hiranyakashipu's pride was broken by Narasimhadev. Narasimhadev appeared and he did the needful. He finished Hiranyakashipu. And at that time, he was hungry for more blood. And he was looking around. And like all of us now, looking down, the demigods looked down. Brahma couldn't help himself. 4 heads, right? Can't hide his face. It's always looking. Always looking. Everyone coaxed him and nudged him, said, you go, pacify him. I'm Tapa. Brahma said, I'm going to do austerity. Said, enough austerity, now you go pacify the Lord. He said, why should I go? Because of you only he appeared. Go. If you wouldn't have given that benediction, Jodi Brahma na hoi to, Narasimha na hoi to. If not for your benediction, Narasimha wouldn't have appeared. Who told you to go and give benediction to Hiranyakashipu? Brahma said, what to do? Bichara, he was doing bhajan. So you go basically and give your Ganga Jal on everyone, and then it's Vishnu's headache. He scratches his head how to fulfill your words. Who's the master? Who's the servant? Brahma said, next time I will not. This is what you said last time also. Okay, if not you, who should go? Brahma said, Shivji. Shivji, you should go. Shiva said, you, mujhe baksho, I'm not part of this, Let me go. I'm not even involved in any of these pastimes. I already have many other pastimes to deal with. Vrkasur, Bhasmasur, that's all mine. Ravana, that's all mine. Don't drag me in unnecessary pastimes. Brahma. Ask Lakshmi. Lakshmi, you go. Lakshmi said, why should I go? No, that's your husband. That's not my husband. The person whom I got married to is very peaceful and it's easy to fight with him because he's always sleeping. I will try to argue, no response, so the fight comes down. But this is not my husband. No, this is your husband only. This is the origin of women saying, शादी से पहले आप अलग थे अब आप बदल गए हो आप पहले जैसे नहीं रहे Lakshmi goes and says, wait a minute, this is not my Lord. No, this is your Lord. Go and pacify him. Not me. I have never seen this form. I would like to be at a distance. Then Pralad Maharaj goes. Pralad Maharaj falls his palms and he walks up the stairs. The demigods are so happy to see the fearlessness of Pralad. Can you imagine? Pralad Maharaj goes and garlands the murderer of his father. How he has to be competent enough to see the hand of the Lord. Narasimha looks at Pralad and says, I am so ferocious. Aren't you scared of me? Pralad smiles and says, my Lord, the lion is an act of fear for the deer, not for its own cubs. I'm your baby. I can always recognize you. Like the dog can recognize the master in any outfit just by the smell. My Lord, you can trick everyone with this lion face, but behind that I see the heart of compassion. You can't trick me. Narasimhadev immediately gets pacified, picks Pralad in his lap and starts licking his face like a lion would do for the cub. And at that time, Narasimhadev drops tears, asking Pralad, Pralad, how does it feel to be a devotee? Pralad looks at Narasimhadev and says, my Lord, you have no clue. You have no clue. You're always busy on the other end accepting obeisances, accepting devotion. But my Lord, you have no clue how comforted I am sitting on your lap. I have a father, that's you. You don't have a father to sit on a lap. Narasimhadev at that point, who's none different from Vishnu, Keshava Dhrita, Narahari Rupa, Jaya Jagadisha Hare. Narasimhadev at that time, with this pastime, he wraps up and he goes back, blesses Pralad, goes back. But then he goes back with a very heavy heart. Because what happens at the end stays for long. Right? Therefore they say all's well that ends well, not starts well. Ends well. The ending is always remembered. So Narasimhadev, as he went back to his abode, he was thinking. The words of Pralad, that I feel so comfortable sitting on your lap. I have a lap to sit on. My Lord, you don't have a lap to sit on. Was ringing in Narasimhadev's mind. This in his heart sprouted as a desire. So please repeat. Narasimhadev developed one desire. And his desire was he wanted a lap to sit on. Bas. He wanted to feel what Pralad felt. Mathaji's and Prabhuji's, Narasimhadev fulfilled his desire and came as Ramachandra. And when he appeared, he was sitting on the lap of Dasharath Maharaj. And he was dropping tears in Balkand. What Pralad experienced sitting on my lap, I am now as Ram experiencing sitting on the lap of Dasharath. How interesting. In Pralad's Lila, devotee was sitting on the lap of the Lord. But in Ram's Leela, the Lord is sitting on the lap of his dear devotee Dasharath. Ramachandra performs this very beautiful pastime. It's interesting. My Gurudev, Param Pujyapat Srila Radha Govind Maharaj, was once invited by devotees from Kerala who sing Narayaniyam. For those from Kerala, you will know. Narayaniyam of Melpattur Narayana Bhattadri is a very famous work. So my Guru Maharaj sat there and he sang Narayaniyam. And at the end they told him to speak on the Dashavatar. Srila Guru Maharaj spoke Matsya, Kurma, Varaha, Narasimha, Vamana, Parshuram in 15 minutes. 20 minutes max. So people were thinking, oh good going, it's crisp. Then came Rama Avatar. Srila Guru Maharaj spoke 2.5 hours. What to do? This Kodandapani, this personality holding the bow and the arrow has charmed the hearts of numerous souls. Ramante yogino nante satyananda chidatmani iti ramapade naso parabrahma vidhiyate. The Ramatapani Upanishad, the Rama Rahasya Upanishad, both describe who is Ram. The definition given is those sages who are not attracted to anything in this world. Imagine, Ramba, Urvashi, Menaka, all these apsaras are present in front of them and they don't even know whether this is male or female. Can you imagine that level of absorption? They're not agitated at all. They're not attracted by ice cream. They're not attracted by Netflix. They don't have a YouTube subscription. Their eyes are not attracted by anything in this world. Ears are not attracted by anything in this world. Tongue is not attracted by anything in this world. They're completely detached. No one can attract their heart. And if they get attracted to a person, that person's name is Ram. This is the definition given. The acharyas are not saying, oh, the person who charms our heart. Because that's a very weak definition. Because our heart is attracted to Baskin Robbins. Our heart is attracted to so many things. Walmart. Black Friday, Cyber Monday, Thanksgiving. So our heart gets attracted to anything. Every single thing. So if we say, oh, Ram is he who charms our heart, that's a disgusting definition. But that person is Ram who can attract the hearts of those who cannot be allured by any attraction in this world. Please repeat. Adau Rama tapovanadi gamanam Ritva mrigam kanchanam Vaidehi haranam jatayu maranam Sugriva sambhashanam Vali nigrahanam samudra taranam Lankapuri dahanam Paschad Ravana Kumbha Karna Hananam Etadhi Ramayanam Eka Shloki Ramayan. Adau Rama Tapovanadi Gamanam. Ram went into the forest. Ritva Mrigam Kanchanam. The story of the golden deer begins. Vaidehi Haranam. Sita got kidnapped. Jatayu Maranam. Jatayu laid down his life. Sugriva Sambhashanam. Ramchandra spoke to Sugriva to get his wife back. And as a result, Vali Nigrahanam. Vali was killed. Samudra Taranam. The ocean was crossed. Lankapuri Dahanam. Hanuman burnt the city of Lanka. Paschad, after that, Ravana Kumbha Karana Hananam. Etadhi Ramayana. This personality Ram has kidnapped the heart of so many. You know Lord Shiva, when he was reading the Ramayan, by the way, is everyone paying attention? Yes. Or am I fanning the spark of your sleep? Everyone paying attention? Yes. Okay. Lord Shiva got a copy of the Ramayan. Valmiki Ramayan in this world has only 24,000 verses. But the original copy of the Ramayan, Charitam Raghunathasya Shatakoti Pravistaram Eka Aksharam Pumsam Mahapataka Nashanam. The original Ramayan has 100 crore verses. 100 crore verses. And Lord Shiva was reading this magnum opus. Mother Parvati said, can you share something with me? He said, before I share something with you, I want to share something with this world. What are you going to share? He said, I am having 100 crore verses. What am I going to do with 100 crore verses? Let me distribute it among the world and then I'll come back to you. Okay, how much are you going to give? Lord Shiva said, there is upper planetary system, middle planetary system, lower planetary system. So 100 crore divided by 3. 33 crore, 33 crore, 33 crore. Mother Parvati said, then you're going to have only 1 crore. He said, yes, I will distribute and I will come. He distributed and came. Mother Parvati said, okay, you have given 99% out, 1% you can keep. 100 crore you had, now you have only 1 crore. 99 crores you have given. Lord Shiva said, definitely, now we are going to preserve this. But before we preserve, it's good to distribute little. This is the nature of a great Vaishnava. Udara Chitta. He wants to distribute everything that he has. Lord Shiva said, 1 crore, what am I going to do? That's 100 lakhs. Let me divide it by 3, please. 33 lakh, 33 lakh, 33 lakh. Mother Parvati was scratching her head. Lord Shiva had 1 lakh left. Now at least that we can keep for ourselves. Lord Shiva said, of course. But before that, let me just distribute and come. There will be some who still didn't get. That 1 lakh is 100,000. 33,000, 33,000, 33,000. 1,000 verses left. Mother Parvati said, now these 1,000 verses at least you can keep, right? That's 1/24 of Valmiki's Ramayan left on Mother Earth. Lord Shiva said, yeah, now we should keep. But before we keep, we should distribute also. 1,000 verses left. Lord Shiva distributed. 333, 333, 333. He ended up with one verse. Mother Parvati said, Lord Shiva said, but this one verse is an Anushtup Chanda. Anushtup Chanda means 8 syllables each line and 4 such lines. So 8 times 4 is 32. Oh Devi. She said, okay, go ahead. 10 syllables, 10 syllables, 10 syllables. Mother Parvati said, what do you have? He said, I have the essence of the Ramayana. I have 2 syllables, Ra and Ma. Ram Nam is the essence. Please repeat. Shri Rama Rama Raghunandana Rama Rama. Shri Rama Rama Bharatagraja Rama Rama. Shri Rama Rama Ranakarkasha Rama Rama. Shri Rama Rama Sharanam Bhava Rama Rama. Mata Ramo Mat Pita Ramachandra. Swami Ramo Mat Sakha Ramachandra. Sarvaswam me Ramachandro Dayalu. Nanyam jane naiva jane na jane. Shri Ramachandra Charanau Manasa Smarami. Shri Ramachandra Charanau Vachasa Grinhami. Shri Ramachandra Charanau Shirasa Namami. Shri Ramachandra Sharanam Sharanam Prapadhye. Rama Raksha Stotra. So many beautiful verses. So Narasimha Dev had that one desire to sit on the lap of his father. And to fulfill that one desire, he performed such a beautiful, wonderful epic just to charm our hearts. I wish we had 7 days to discuss this.
So you also have one desire too.
We'll come every day, you decide for 7 days.
Sri Ramachandra appeared in this world. He sat on his lap, on the lap of Dasharath Maharaj and Mother Kaushalya, and he fulfilled that one desire. But now he can go back, just do that and go back. So from Balkand, he continued through the very beautiful, wonderful sections of his pastimes. But Ramchandra, throughout his performance of his pastime, he had a problem. The problem that Ramchandra faced was he could never make friends. Because he was so charismatic. Sri Ramachandra Bhagavan is so beautiful, so wonderful, so intelligent. The Valmiki Ramayana begins with Konu asmin sampratam loke gunavan kascha viryavan dharmajyascha kritajnyascha satyavakyo dridhavrataha. On the banks of the Tamasa Nadi, Valmiki Muni asks his guru Narada Muni, is there anyone in this world having all these qualities, who's truthful, who's handsome, who knows the dharma, who's very powerful, who's as intelligent as Brihaspati, and gives a list of 16 qualities. Narad Muni smiles and says, there is one person, and then lists 65 qualities and says, that person holding these 65 qualities, his name is Ram. So Ramchandra, being so beautiful, wonderful, attractive, Shrutva gunan bhuvana sundara shrinvatam ye nirvishya karana vivarai haratonga tapam rupam drisham drishimatam akhilartha labham. Aha. Rukmini Devi is saying, my Lord, your qualities are such that anyone will get attracted. She's writing to Krishna. So when Ram is appearing, with a very wonderful bow and arrow. He has charmed the hearts of so one. In Andhra Pradesh, there used to be a very, very great devotee by the name Bhadrachala Ramadas. For those who know, you will appreciate. Bhadrachala Ramadas was such a great devotee of Ram. He went mad in devotion to Sri Ram. He had a deity of Ram and he loved the deity so much. He would shake the deity and say, "My Lord, I have left the whole world for you. Why don't you talk to me?" He would hold the chin of Ram with shivering hands. "My Lord, please speak to me. Please speak to me." You are touching a stone and making her into a human, Ahalya. But when a human approaches you, you are dealing with him like stone. My Lord, when the squirrel rolls over and puts some dust, you're ready to strike his body with 3 lines, and not just him, Sakula, the whole family. But my Lord, I am ready to offer not just some sand, my life air, you're not even looking towards me. So many wonderful Rama Bhaktas have been in this world. Don't worry, that's the background music for Rama Avatar. Very attractive, right? Very, very attractive. So Ramchandra could never make heart-to-heart friends. Whenever Sri Ramachandra would go to embrace anyone, the person would slip his embrace and hold the lotus feet. Ram would say, "No, sit with me like my friend." They would say, "No, you are Maryada Purushottam, Ayodhya Pati, Janaki Pati, Dasharath Nandan Sri Ram. How can I sit with you? I cannot be your friend. I am your servant." Whether it was Sugriva, whether it was Vibhishan, whether it was Jatayu, whenever Sri Ram went for friendship, he never got friendship. They would slip his embrace and go down and touch his feet. Lakshmana, his own brother, lived like servant. Lakshmano Lakshmi Sampanna Bahi Prana Iva Paraha, says Valmiki. Valmiki says that Lakshmana was so surrendered to Ram. For us, we have our pran within the body. But for Lakshmana, the pran was walking outside the body. That is Ram. He served Ram like a servant. So Ram, who fulfilled that one desire of Narasimhadev, now in his heart was feeling, "I don't have any friends." And at the same time, when Ramchandra walked through the forests of Dandakaranya, 15,000 plus 1,000, 16,000 sages stood up. They looked at Ram and they said, "Ram, we have been worshipping the Supreme Lord for 60,000 years sitting in this forest. And now the Supreme Lord has appeared in front of us. Oh Ram, can you fulfill our desire?" Ram said, "What is your desire?" The Dandakaranya sages said, "We have only one desire. Please give us a female form and let us marry you. You are so attractive. We feel like running and embracing you, Ram. But because we are sages with all this beard and, mud all over our body, it may not be appropriate. You give us a very beautiful feminine form and get married to us. We want to be your queens." Ram said, "This is not possible. Ekapatni Vrata, look at this. This is Mother Sita." And he introduced Mother Sita to everyone. All the sages went like this. Now, we didn't know the position is already taken. Ram felt in his heart that he said a no for the first time in his life. Ram always had an interesting way to fulfill everybody's desire. He would always fulfill everybody's desire. When Ram would walk in the forest, there would be so many thorns which would pierce his lotus feet. And Lakshmana would try to pull those thorns out when Ram would be sleeping. But at that time, Ram would say, "Don't touch my feet. Don't pull those thorns." Next day, Ram would walk with those thorns and newer thorns. Barefoot, right? So newer thorns would hurt him and more blood at the sole of his feet. This went on for 30 days and Lakshmana was crying. He told Mother Sita, "It's not Ram's lotus feet which is bleeding. Looking at that, my heart is bleeding." "Oh Devi, oh Maya Sita, you please kindly take the thorns out of Lord Ram's lotus feet and help me." Mother Sita went to touch those thorns and remove them. Ram said, "Don't touch those thorns." Mother Sita said, "Why not? It's pricking our heart. Why are you keeping all these thorns at the feet?" And Ram smiled and he said, "What to do? I have taken a promise. Whoever approaches my lotus feet, I will never reject them." Even if that means there will be blood at my lotus feet, I will still accept. So Ram, who accepts the whole world, now felt bad. Throughout his pastime, one, the fact that he didn't have friends, and two, that he had to turn down the sages in Dandakaranya. Please everyone, resonate with me. Narasimhadev appeared in this world, fulfilled his pastime, but developed one desire. What was that desire? To sit on the lap of his father. He fulfilled that desire and became Ram. But he performed his pastime, and please repeat, Ramachandra developed two desires. What were the two desires? One, he wanted true friends who love him like the way he loves them, without any condition. And two, he wanted to accommodate the sages of Dandakaranya, Matajis and Prabhujis. To fulfill these two desires, Sri Ram appeared in Dwapar Yuga as Sri Krishna Chandra Bhagavan ki. Sri Krishna appeared in Braj. Should I pause and continue the story tomorrow? No. I love to be a sadist, by the way. I feel like continuing it tomorrow. No, don't worry. We'll do it today. So the Supreme Lord appeared as Krishna in Vrindavan. And when Krishna appeared, he came for these two purposes. He came basically to find friends. And in Vrindavan, he found first-class friends. The friends who loved him selflessly. What were the kind of friendship that Krishna had among the friends in Braja? You see, in Vaikuntha, Sahasra Shirasha Purushaha Sahasraksha Sahasrapat Sabhumim Vishvato Mritva Atyatishta Dashangulam Purusha Evedam Sarvam Yad Bhutam Yadcha Bhavyam Purusha Sukta. Om Tad Vishnu Paramam Padam Sada Pashyanti Surayah Rigveda. Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate Ishopanishad. All of this in Vaikuntha. But that Supreme Lord, when he appears in Braja, स्तुति नहीं चलती. स्तुति नहीं चलती, अरे ठाकुर की नहीं चलती, कृष्ण की नहीं चलती. हिंदी समझ लेते हैं सब? अच्छा, ठाकुर की नहीं चलती, बिल्कुल नहीं. Krishna will come and tell his friends, did you see how I destroyed the demons? And the friends would come to Krishna. तुम्ही कोण बड़ लोक, तुम्ही आम्ही शाम. Hey, Makhan Chor, Lampat Chudamani. Krishna used to be called as Paradadi Chor. Paradadi Chor means he who steals the butter from another person's house. Hey, Tumi kaun bada log? How are you better than me? Tumi ami sham. We are equals. In fact, we are better. We are being merciful and counting us equal to you. Krishna said, Baba, wait. When Agasur, Bakasur, Dhenukasur, Vatsasur, Arishtasur came here, oh Krishna, please save me. Now that you have gone, your collar is coming up. They said, wait. You're having some misunderstanding. There is a reason why we call you. Not that you're better. Your father in his house has a Shaligram Shila. He worships Shaligram every day. Therefore, when time comes, that Vishnu enters the body of the son of the worshipper. That happens to be you. And he comes and he destroys. And after the demon is gone, Vishnu goes back. There's nothing special with you. Your father worships the Shaligram Shila. So if our father worships Shaligram Shila, Vishnu would enter our body. Simple. Logic is simple. Krishna said, Acha. And why do you say you are better than me? The friends would say, wait. Emotions to yahan nahi chalti. Facts and figures. Statistics. Your father has how many cows? Krishna would say 900,000 cows. Subal would say, my father has 1100,000 cows. Happy? This is Golok. We are all Gopal. Family is Gokul. The hill is Govardhan. So what is common? Go. Male are called Gopa, female are called Gopi, devotees are called Goswami. What is common? Go. Go means cows. The fundamental statistics to गाय का बनता है ना भाई. You have 900,000, I have 1100,000. Now why are you even arguing? Krishna said, but don't you remember last time when we had a fist fight? I punched you. And you were on the floor and I was on top of you. The friend said, no. We were on the top. You were on the bottom. Krishna said, wahi, same. No, it's not same. It's different. Krishna said, but that time, although I was down, I won. They said, wait a minute. Krishna, now don't cheat. The rules are, the person who's on the top, he wins. Not the person on the bottom. Krishna said, no, you didn't read the offer document carefully. Mutual investments are subject to market risks. Please read the offer document carefully before investing. So Krishna said, what do you mean? Friend said, what do you mean? Krishna said, the condition of the game was, the person whose nose faces the sun wins. So I happened to be on the floor, my nose was facing on the top, you were on the top of me, your nose was facing to the ground. Now you tell me who won. They said, all this Phaltu logic doesn't work. We are better. So Krishna cannot prove to his own friends. All day they are playing in the forest. All day they are playing. Krishna is playing with his friends. Friends are trying to run. Krishna is trying to catch. And sometimes they're playing hide and seek. Krishna is hiding. Friends are trying to seek. And it's interesting. They tell Krishna, you hide, we will try to find out. So Krishna is hiding. And it's very easy to find where Krishna is. Because wherever Krishna goes, while breathing, there's nectar coming from his mouth. So wherever there's nectar, bumblebees come. So you just have to go and see where there is a cloud of honeybees. That is where Krishna is hiding. Madhuram madhuram vapurasya vibho madhuram madhuram vadanam madhuram madhu gandhi mridhusmitam etadaho madhuram 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 madhuram. So wherever Krishna is hiding, there is a cloud of bumblebees. The friends come and catch him. So in 5 minutes, Krishna is caught. Now they say, Krishna, now it's your turn to find all of us. We will hide. Krishna said, I have to go home. I am tired. They said, no cheating. No cheating. Krishna says, no, actually Maya is calling me home. The friends say, Maya has been calling from morning. Do you hear? When you were hiding also, Maya was calling. But very conveniently at that time, you preferred to hide and not listen to your mother. But now when you have to seek us and we get chance to hide, you have to go home. Krishna says, okay, then I'll play. Mother Yashoda starts yelling, are you coming or should I lock the door? Krishna says, I have to go. Friends say, wait a minute. Every mother says this. But eventually she'll open. So you decide. Do you want to take the side of your mother? Or do you want to take side of your friends? Krishna says, I want to take side of my mother. The friends say, okay, then from tomorrow we are not going to take you in our game. Do you understand that? Krishna said, no, I have to play also. I have left Vaikuntha to come and play with you. Now if you don't take me, where will I go? Okay, I will play. Mother Yashoda comes into the forest. Mother Yashoda is a very interesting personality. We are all performing bhajan, Hari bhajan, Hari bhakti to go back home, back to Godhead. But only Mother Yashoda can take Godhead back home. So in a tug of war between Mother Yashoda and his friends, Krishna gets crushed. But that is his pleasure, where both camps love him. So these are the kind of friends Krishna has. Sridam, Sudam, Vasudam, Kinkini, Stoka Krishna, Ujjwal, Madhumangal, Mandali Badra. Madhumangala is such a dear friend. He's also called as Bhattu. He's a Brahmana, Brajvasi with a big pot belly and a Gayatri thread. Upanayan Sanskar has been done. Krishna always uses him in all the stealing pastimes. Madhumangal says, I am a Brahmana, I don't steal. Krishna said, you don't worry, you just bless me that I am successful. The words of a Brahmana bring in auspiciousness, prosperity. Madhumangal says, do you realize, Brahman से झूठ बुला रहे हो तुम. कृष्ण से झूठ नहीं, सच हो जाएगा, तुम देखो, तुम आशीर्वाद दो बस. Just say तथास्तु. When we are protected by the blessings of a Brahmana, everything becomes dushkaram, sukaram bhavet. Difficult things become easier. So Madhumangal is standing there. Krishna is stealing. He tries to hide Madhumangal because it's time for his Gayatri. He says, now looking at all the stealing pastime, I cannot chant my Gayatri. So he's sitting and stealing. Gopis come. Krishna is hanging on the pot. Krishna jumps from the pot, pulls Madhumangal who's chanting Gayatri ahead. And Madhumangal is standing in front of the gopis with a broken butter pot. Looking at Madhumangal, the gopis offer obeisances because Brahmana. When they offer obeisances, Krishna jumps out of the window. He tells Madhumangal, you are an excellent friend. By your blessings I enter, by your blessings I can exit. So the friendship desire that Ram had in his heart was fulfilled by Krishna. And all the 16,000 sages of Dandakaranya who wanted to have a female form appeared as the gopis of Vrindavan. And Krishna had wonderful, wonderful reciprocation with them. So those who criticize Krishna, they don't understand the back end story. And these 16,108 gopis of Vrindavan also expanded as the 16,108 queens of Dwaraka when Krishna became the king. So Krishna was simply fulfilling the desire of the Dandakaranya sages, the desire that they expressed to Ram. Now let's quickly recap. Narasimha developed? And he became Ram. Ram fulfilled that one desire, developed? Ram developed two desires. To fulfill that, he came down as Krishna fulfilled those two desires. But in an attempt of fulfilling those two desires, Krishna developed three desires. He developed three desires. Now what are those three desires? Very interesting. Shri Radhaya pranaya mahima kidrisho va nayaiva swadhyo yena adbhuta madhurima kidrisho va madiya saukhyam chasya mad anubhavataha kidrisho veti lobhat tad bhavadhya samajanishachi garbha sindhu harindo. Chaitanya Charitamrit, Adi Lila, chapter 1, text 4, 5, 6. Kaviraj Goswami. Krishna developed three desires, and we are wrapping up. So if you have been sleeping till now, please wake up. The three desires that Krishna developed are as follows. Krishna was scratching his head. Everyone who comes to me to worship me asks something from me. Putravan dhanavan loke dirghayu rupa jayate kamayate yam yam kamam tam tam prapnotya samshayam. Oh, putrahin becomes putravan. Dhanahin becomes dhanavan. Dhanam dehi, vittam dehi, griham dehi, grihini dehi. Give me a house, give me a spouse, give me wife, give me life, give me wealth, give me health. So therefore they come and bribe Krishna. And the different ways to bribe him are as follows. Go to the temple and give a vada mala. You've seen people make a vada mala as if there is no vada in Golok Vrindavan. There can be everything. Trees can be wish fulfilling, but unfortunately there is no vada. Go to a Hanuman temple and break a coconut. Hanuman could burn Lanka, but unfortunately he doesn't have coconuts. It's interesting. We buy a coconut which is less than $5 and ask Hanuman for a bump in salary. Imagine if he gives you ye yatham mam prapadyante. Coconut is only $5, so I'll give you a $5 cashback. Imagine. So Krishna is scratching his head thinking, everyone who comes to me with a purpose. And when that is fulfilled, they go back. Sakale jagate more kare vidhi bhakti braj bhav paite nahi shakti. Sakale jagate more kare vidhi bhakti. The whole world is worshipping me with rules. Oh, if I don't do this, पाप लग जाएगा. Oh, ऐसे करेंगे तो my desires will be fulfilled. But no one is doing with the desire to fulfill me, to keep me happy. You want to eat pizza. Therefore you offer it to Krishna so that the karma in eating the pizza is taken away. So Krishna is thinking, एक minute. Krishna is like, ये हो क्या रहा है? You are treating me like a karma purifying agent. सामने पिज्जा रखा, टंग 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 किया, पिज्जा लिया. So you get the pizza without the karma. So Krishna is saying, so you basically want to do what you want to do, but you want me to remove the karma out of it. Or others. अरे एक मिनट. We have been told कि टाइम पे खिला लेना चाहिए भगवान को, नहीं तो अनर्थ हो जाएगा. तो अनर्थ ना हो, therefore we feed him, so that we are safe. But no one, Krishna is thinking, no one is feeding thinking, oh, it is 12 o'clock, my Lala will be hungry. That they don't worship me with their heart. But Krishna is thinking, the Brajbasis, the residents of Vrindavan here, they are not worried about any karma, they are not worried about any dharma, they know only one dharma, prem dharma. All the residents of Vrindavan love me selflessly. And among the residents of Vrindavan, my friends love me the most. But higher than my friends, my mother loves me the most. Higher than my mother, the gopis of Vrindavan love me the most. And among the gopis of Vrindavan, the crown on the top is Srimati Radharani. So Krishna is thinking, what is the thought process of Radharani? She serves me, and when I ask her, what do you want? She says, if you're happy, please give me more service. Which, wait a minute. So you want to serve me, and in return you want more service, which means you'll serve me, and in return you want more. Wait a minute. What is so special in serving? He asked Radharani, what is this selfless love? And Radharani said, the nature of selfless love is you can't describe it. It's like, for example, an insect on a neem plant is asking, define a mango juice, the taste of a mango pulp. Well, it's sweet. Describe how sweet. Well, Mr. Ant on a neem plant, you can't understand how sweet mango pulp is. You just have to taste it yourself. So Krishna developed 3 desires. 1, he wanted to know the selfless love of Radharani. 2, he wanted to know what qualities in him attract Radharani. Because it is described, Radharani is 10 million times more beautiful than Krishna. If you see Krishna, Shastra describes, you will faint. But if you see Radharani, you will die. Radharani is 10 million times beautiful, 10 million times more intelligent, 10 million times stronger also. Yes, all the strength that Krishna is having is because of Radha. All the qualities Krishna has, including flute playing, including dancing, everything comes from Radharani. So Krishna is wondering, wait a minute, in this world, the foolish get attracted to the intelligent. The poverty-stricken get attracted to the rich. Those who lack something get attracted to people who have it in surplus. But this is interesting. Someone who has it in surplus gets attracted to someone who is devoid of it. So 1, I want to know what is the nature of selfless love. 2, I want to know what qualities in me attract her. And 3, when I'm trying my bit to reciprocate, what sweetness does Radharani feel? Why is Krishna talking about Radharani? Let's say he talks about a devotee like us. He wants to know what is the nature of our love. If Krishna becomes a devotee like us, then he will go back to being Krishna thinking, hey, it's disgusting to be you. I'm better off playing the flute. So therefore, he wants to take a perfect example, and that's Radharani, who's unalloyed. Radha sadhyam sadhanam yasya Radha, mantro Radha mantradhatri cha Radha, sarvam Radha jivanam yasya Radha, Radha Radha kim vachi kim tasya shesham, Radha karavachita pallava vallarike, Radha padanka vilasan madhurasthalike, Radha yasho mukharamatta khagavalike, Radha vihar vipine ramatam manome, vaidagda sindhu anuraga rasaika sindhu, vatsalya sindhu atisandra kripaika sindhu, lavanya sindhu amrita chavi rupa sindhu, Shri Radhika spuratu me ridikeli sindhu. Shastras are describing thousands and thousands of verses about the glory of Radharani's devotion. And Krishna is thinking, these three desires, I wish I could understand the devotion of Radha. I wish I could understand what qualities in me attract the heart of Radha. I wish I could understand when I reciprocate with the little bit that I can, how much sweetness and happiness she experiences in her heart. However, she cannot describe this to me. I have to become her. In this mood, Krishna took the heart, the sentiments of Radharani. He told Radharani, in the age of Kali Yuga, I desire to become a devotee. I desire to come down taking your heart. Radharani said, you will not survive. You will not survive. Why? Because my heart is constantly chanting Krishna, Krishna. With more enthusiasm. Krishna, Krishna. A little more enthusiasm. Krishna, Krishna. Yes, Radharani said, this is how my heart is chanting Krishna, Krishna. Krishna, but you have no experience of your heart chanting Krishna, Krishna. My heart chants Krishna, Krishna. And when my heart chants Krishna, Krishna, the hair on my body stands on end. Tears come down my eyes. There's a lump of emotion on my throat. My teeth start chattering. My body starts trembling. And I go unconscious. Krishna, but if you take my heart, you're asking for trouble. Because these symptoms will come to your body and you have no past experience. Therefore, if you desire to take my heart, take a complimentary gift also. And the complimentary gift is, I would like to cover your body with my body from outside, so that even if there are ecstatic eruptions, they will be felt on my body who has had past experience of experiencing these emotions. Narasimhadev appeared in Satyuga, developed one desire, became Ram in Treta. Ram fulfilled that one desire, developed two desires, fulfilled that. Krishna came in Dwapar and fulfilled those two desires, developed three desires. And now to fulfill those three desires, Krishna Chandra in Vrindavan, taking the heart and the complexion and the mood of Radharani, appeared in this age of Kali Yuga 550 years ago in the land of Navadvip as Paramadayala Prema Purushottama Shachinandan Gaura Hari Ki, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ki. He appeared and Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu performed his pastimes. Krishna of Vrindavan fulfilled his three desires, lived through the life of a devotee and developed unlimited desires. Unlimited desires? Yes, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu developed unlimited desires. Why? He developed the desire to give unlimited love, unlimitedly, to unlimited souls of Kali. Where is all this coming from? This is coming from a verse in Garud Puran. So we'll wrap up with that verse so that you can remember the whole flow of how 1, 2, and 3 desires were formed. Please repeat. Satye Daitya Kuladinasha Samaye Sim Urdvamartya Kriti Tretayam Dashakandharam Paribhavam Rameti Namakriti Gopala Paripalayan Vrajapure Bharam Haram Dwapare Gauranga Priya Kirtane Kali Yuge Chaitanya Nama Prabhu. Vyasadeva is saying, he who appeared as Narasimha in Satya, came as Ram in Treta, came as Krishna Chandra in Dwapar, and came as Gaura Chandra in Kali. So therefore, This was the introduction to Gaura Lila Katha. So now I'm developing one desire. And the desire is to see all of you tomorrow again. Srila Prabhupada ki! Gaura Premanande!
Hare Krishna, now I don't have to say anything. Because you have tasted the nectar. You have experienced the nectar. So let's loudly chant Hare Krishna in a way so that Prabhuji knows that how was the taste of that nectar, how that nectar was so sweet which we all just tasted. So that he know, what we were tasting. Hare! Tomorrow we have two programs. In the morning we have program at Shri Govinda Prabhuji home. In the evening we have program at Puja Mathaji home. So I hope you all have flyers which have address and everything. If not, then it's a good reason to join the ISKCON Phoenix WhatsApp group where we have all the updates about all the events. And on Sunday evening we have another program in the temple. Sunday morning is still not finalized. And as I said, you join the ISKCON Phoenix group and you will know. Maybe we have Kirtan in the temple, or maybe we have the Harinam Sankirtan. So we will decide that and we will let know. Okay, now two very special things we are going to have now. But before that, I request Mataji if she wants to say something.
Thank you all for coming. Big thank you to Amarendra Prabhu for very nice class. And look forward to the rest of the, really the first time I've heard this introduction to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's pastimes, and he brought me to it a couple of times, so it's very beautiful presentation, very nice introduction, thank you so much. And I'd like to thank the whole group, Puja Mathaji and Govinda. Because without you, we cannot have this program. So thank you all. Give yourself a big round of applause. I know they were constantly asking you to come. I got a lot of messages, cancelled, coming, cancelled. So thank you for pursuing and finding Prabhu here. And today also happens to be Pravin Prabhu's birthday, so very nice celebration at their home. We'd like to cut a cake and a nice cake for Prabhu as well. Amarendra Prabhu, we have a welcome cake for you as well. So we have two cake cutting ceremonies now, and then are we going to recite a Narasimha prayer?
Before that, actually, I'm not sure how many of you following Prabhuji Facebook, but if not, please do follow. Prabhuji keep updating his travels and all the information and update his lecture also. So Prabhuji didn't come here. He came here as a servant. Actually, who came here is the Shri Bhanu Nandini and Shri Krishna, which is very, very beautiful deities of Prabhuji. And that Bhanu Nandini, yesterday I came to know, is 300.
You want to use the mic so that everyone has to stay.
So Bhanu Nandini ji is a more than 300-year-old Giriraj Shila, which somehow, and so many Brajvasis worship them, and through them, worship. And somehow Prabhuji was telling me that in one of the Brajvasi get this desire to get this deity to the Mumbai, and someone will pick that deities from there. And he don't know who's going to pick that, pick the deity and why Mumbai. So, but anyway, that's what the desire, and then somehow deities arrived in to the Mumbai. And from where Prabhuji somehow got the desire to have a Radha Rani, because he already had the Shaligram Shila as a Krishna. So somehow he called his friend, and everything, whatever Krishna's arranged in a way that Bhanu Nandini finally arrived to Prabhuji. It's so beautiful. and they are resting at our house. You all are welcome to take darshan if you want. Sunday morning, 9 to 10. I want to say time because most of the time there will be program and all, and if you come some other time and it's not available, I don't want to miss that opportunity. So if you want to take darshan, please come between 9 and 10 Sunday morning. So we welcomed Bhanu Nandani and Shri Krishna yesterday to the welcome cake, and Prabhuji want to cut that cake today. And before that, there's one more thing. Our Ashish Prabhu has written a beautiful poem welcoming you. So, and his daughter Lila actually made that beautiful chart welcoming you. Prabhuji, you want to recite?
Hare Krishna, everyone. Hare Krishna. So it's not fair that when sun is shining so bright, I try my little torch and say something. So please forgive me, and also forgive me. I have written this in Hindi, and I'll tell you why I got inspiration to write that. So I have been listening to Amarendra Prabhu's lectures, and I was amazed by the Hindi, the quality of pure Hindi that he speaks, So when he was coming, I couldn't help myself and write a poem in Hindi. So for those of you who can't understand, I promise you I'll translate it for you. But forgive me, now I'm just gonna recite it in Hindi. Okay? Hari Bol Prabhuji. कली काल के बद्ध जीवों के कल्याण हेतु, कली काल के बद्ध जीवों के कल्याण हेतु आध्यात्मिक आकाश में अवतरित हुए जैसे धूमकेतु। अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की प्रार्थनाओं का परिणाम है, अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की प्रार्थनाओं का परिणाम है, माता पिता और गुरुओं की असीम कृपा का दूसरा नाम है। वेद पुराण और शास्त्रों के ये परम ज्ञानी हैं, वेद पुराण और शास्त्रों के ये परम ज्ञानी हैं, अमृत जैसी मीठी इनकी वाणी है। सुंदर कथाओं से कृष्ण भावनामृत का वाचन करते हैं, सुंदर कथाओं से कृष्ण भावनामृत का वाचन करते हैं, भाव विभोर कर देने वाले कीर्तन का ये गायन करते हैं। संसार भर में हरि नाम का प्रचार प्रसार करते हैं, श्री चैतन्य महाप्रभु की भविष्यवाणी को साकार करते हैं। सर्वत्र वैष्णव वृंद इनकी प्रतीक्षा करते हैं, इनके श्रीमुख से हरि कथा सुने यही आकांक्षा रखते हैं। आज हैं पधारे तो कितनी आवभगत है, आज है पधारे तो कितनी आवभगत है, फीनिक्स के श्री राधा माधव हरि धाम में आपका स्वागत है। बड़ी प्रतीक्षा कराई, ये शिकायत तो रखते हैं, अमरेंद्र प्रभु हर वर्ष आया करें, बस यही निवेदन करते हैं।
Prawin Prabhu, please come. Please come, Prabhu.
All these beautiful, wonderful words of poetic offering of affection. I hold Prabhu's name is
Ashish.
So Ashish Prabhu has offered very kind, affectionate words of poetic embellishments. I will accept the affectionate mood out of that, but the poetry I offer it at the lotus feet of my Guru Dev. But this wonderful placard I accept it wholeheartedly. So beautifully made.
So Leela made this invite for us. So today is also birthday of Pravin Prabhu.
Yeah.
Her first birthday, yes. So it's 1 year old. Please give her blessings.
1 year. Welcome to this material world.
I've been sitting with my toes.
Guru on the back. Guru. Back. Mala. Back of Mala.
I'll break it. Harder. She doesn't.
Hare Krishna to you, Hare Krishna to you, Hare Krishna to dear Mutula, Hare Krishna to you, Hare Krishna to you, Hare Krishna to you, Hare Krishna to dear Prawin Prabhu, Hare Krishna to you. May you never take birth again. 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 Hari Bol.
Hare Krishna. So you want to do Narasimha Prabhu? Okay.
Namaste Narasimhaya. Namaste Narasimhaya. Radha Radha Daine. Hiranyakashipu Raksha. Hiranyakashipu Raksha. Abhuta Sringa Dalita Hiranyakashipu Tanu Bringa Kiravadrita
भगवान की प्रहलाद महाराज की जय गौर प्रेमानंदे।
महाप्रसादे गोविंदे नमो ब्राह्मणे वैष्णवे स्वल्प पुण्यवतं राजन् विश्वासु नैव जायते शरीरा विद्या जाल ज्योतिन्द्रियता है काल जीवे पहले विषय सागरे तार मध्य जिह्वादी लोभ माया सुदुर्मती ताके जेता कठिन संसारे कृष्णा बड़ा दयामय करी बारे जीवा जाए सब प्रसाद न दिलो भाई से अमृत पाओ श्री राधा कृष्ण गुण गाओ प्रेमिड़ा कोशी चैतन्य निताय जय निमाय जय निताय जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंदा श्री अद्वैत गदाधरा श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंदा हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। महाप्रसादम की जय।